All righty. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the
Like
Lanke Cut Qualifiers. I am Joshua Edmonds,
everyone,
also known as Octopodes Titan, and we have Edward Zhang with us.
good evening, everyone. I'm Edward Zhang, 6 Dan from Washington D.C. area. So it's a nice, very nice to team up with Josh tonight.
Well, the players were playing pretty quickly a second ago, but we're thinking about this Joseki.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean a review. Yeah, I think today we'll definitely focus on the game, and hopefully we'll also have squeeze some time for some interesting stories or some interesting announcements. Yeah, and so this game is like the critical game to decide the second spot for North American, and this player together with Ryan Lee, 4 Dan professional, will play in the Lanka Cup men tournament. So earlier, both Michael Chen and Alex Chi, uh, they have the one-on-one record, and then who win this game will become the second representative for North America. So this is a high stake, I suppose, right? One game, the winner takes all. Yeah,
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 exciting.
yeah, exciting. Sure. Yeah, I really look forward, and you probably already noticed I assume you can see the board is moving, right? I'm kind of back to the original. So Alex played a relatively new moves, the 4-5 in the corner. Um,
Yeah, double 5-4s.
yeah, so you guys see I'm currently at only 4 moves. Is it right? Okay. So this move, usually you know this idea is to get the influence outside, and Alex doesn't bother. He doesn't mind giving up some territory. Um, and but this is relatively rare to see because mostly people you see the star or the 3-4 more.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, and then this Joseki very classical. Yeah, like this. This is I think most people will expect a variation like this. Yeah.
Okay. I'm really accustomed to
Mhm.
seeing a crosscut.
Mhm.
But how do you
You mean
feel? Oh, go ahead.
like here, crosscut this?
Yes.
Um, okay.
This isn't an easy Joseki,
Mhm.
at least not for me.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Whenever starts from corner, you have like a 2 or 3 groups, separated and not fully alive. It's going to be a complicated fight. But in crosscut situation, the most common way, and it's like I would say like 70% time, if you just play one side like this extension,
Hmm?
it's gonna be okay. For example, uh, if white play like this, right, this is a white got good shape, but black also got a little bit of stronger outside.
Hmm.
Also, it's black sente, can take like this, but maybe it's a little passive right now because white could take another exchange. Sometimes maybe they think this is a little passive. They're going to play another big spot, like here, right? Yeah. So anything to the like a corner or empty corner, or like try to extend from your corner like this. It's super big, and white could do this, but you know, if white goes this way, it's going to be like this, right? So
Hmm.
very likely black is going to be okay because of the there's another cutting point here. So white, even if white do a few more extensions, it cannot cut like this, and you cut, and then now you have the two weaknesses. So so white, for example, let them go a little more. In the past, we think of the crawling on the second line is really bad, but with the AI suggestion, that this is actually quite doable. Uh, and so this is one possibility. And then later, after some changes, black may take some time to play here, and white cannot, uh, try to capture from outside, right? It will be like this. This will
Hmm.
be too bad for white. Yeah, so white has to honey from inside, and this corner is very small, also not fully alive. Actually, right now it's kind of depends on how black outside, but in this position, it's already dead like this, right? There could be a few more other ways to kill, like but this way will be or something like this. This is also dead. Yeah, dead shape. Yeah. But anyways, so usually if you see this, like we call this white stone like a relatively soft head. If it's like soft head situation, and for black to crawl underneath, it's usually doable. What black should not worry too much about. Oh, am I going to be killed or something? More than likely, you can either play here or here. Yeah. So this is a possibility, and it also depends on the outside. If the outside, like this area is not that important, but right now obviously it's very important. It's the opening stage. But sometimes you may have something like oh, maybe I have an extension, and then you think, oh, maybe this area is already relatively strong like this. And then black can even consider like this. Oh, I just give you the Ponoki. However, in this situation, the Ponoki is not as big as like open space Ponoki.
Hmm.
Yeah. So anyways, so yeah, the card I think it's also quite often, but I think Alex chose to play this uh, like 3-5, right, to start with, 4-5, excuse me, 4-5. So if I were Michael, I would think, oh, maybe has some like hidden trick moves. So I want to, like in this area, I
Mm.
obviously want to play simple and don't, fall into the traps. Yeah. Because you think about this very rare opening, you take 2-4-5 and 4-5 here. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, in the game, this is the most common and classical way to play. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And a quick follow up. So later, there's a like it depends on the situation outside. Sometimes you could see something like this, but right now it's not working. But at some sometimes it could work. Yeah. But right now it doesn't work. Sometimes we have to be careful about this peep. Yeah, like here.
Yeah, when we first
Okay.
started looking at these
Hmm.
moves and Michael played S7, oh
Hmm.
man, I just feel like, oh no, we're we're already
Hmm.
losing this situation. But actually, R9 is just a really nice cover for that because it seems like with
Or
that
not. Hmm.
upper right enclosure, and then the
Mhm.
outside that black is building in the bottom right, it seemed like, oh, maybe we can turn the right side into something big, and then white just comes right in. But this isn't too bad.
Mhm. Right. Yeah, this is very typical, like an even situation. White, because this was black's corner, and white got the territory, like 6, 7 points, and black got the outside, and white also got the center. He can play the next corner. Uh, yeah. So it's kind of like an equal trade, right? Like territory with influence.
Right.
But it's kind of interesting because I also play with Alex many times in the tournament, especially recent 2 years. Uh, because 2 years ago, we did the pro qualification, and
Hmm.
he also he became a pro that year, 2 years ago, and then since then, I also played some tournaments. He came, and I played like 6 games with him. But the most of his games, uh, I think he will like consider territory first. So when I see this game, my first instinct is like, oh, this is interesting. I would imagine maybe black player is Michael. Actually, Alex is the one who taking the territory, but it's the opposite. So I think Alex probably prepares this type of a strategy against the Michael because I think in theory Michael is stronger in fighting, and then but Alex is stronger in the like the position evaluation.
Hmm.
But of course, Alex is also strong. As a pro, they usually don't have obvious obvious weaknesses, but relatively, Michael is stronger in fighting. Uh, so I think Alex want to use his advantage in the position evaluation, and that means he want to play a more static game. So he will take the outside, and then later Michael cannot really attack him or threaten his group. Uh, but he just still later he has to find a balance in territory. Uh,
Right.
so yeah, so from here my thought is Alex is prepared to play a very long game, maybe like 300 moves. He doesn't mind, play long and play a lot of end game, and then maybe at the end he win by 2.5, something like that. Yeah, I thought that could be his game plan. Yeah. Okay, so we see this also relatively quite common. Yeah,
It
I
seems
think
like
I.
Michael is trying to reduce the influence as soon as possible.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, that's true. So this attachment move is kind of like a AI style, and in the past, people like maybe 20 years ago, you see maybe Li Changhou, like Ma Xiaochun from China, they will play something like this, and maybe black will take the middle. It's kind of like a this kind of a slow games in the past. You know, more traditional, but now they want to like more collision, right, between the stones. So you see more attachment like this. Yeah, I think it's also uh, further studied and better understood by human players, because in this area when when you attach and then obviously black has the advantage in this area, right? 2 extra moves. So stuff like this, or maybe you know maybe from like a simple perspective, I do like this. So you can see this is like a 4 stone versus 2 stone. Uh, and white has a disadvantage. Yeah. However, when I play the attach, then you know, I'm asking for a clear clear variation that can settle my group right away. So your other extra stone, may not be super efficient. That's what we we understand about the AI attachment. Okay, so here's a Joseki. We see they play quite a few times already. I think another variation is they play like one exchange, and then here, and then go like here. Yeah, this is another common common variation. Yeah, I think I just saw this like a few days ago, also in the Yin Cup qualifying. Yeah, it's like a black has some more points. A white upper group is safe, but the middle become a 50-50 run out. But for some reason, Michael did not exchange that. So he just allow because here obviously with this and then the block, the block becomes a cente, right? You have to like this. But Michael did not play this. I was a little surprised. But this has a little more, obviously black has more territory, and also black does not have a floating group anymore.
Right.
But white got Sente though. Yeah, maybe Michael doesn't want the 50-50 fight. He just want to get Sente, and then we see his follow-up move is cutting here. Yeah, this is the way he started the fight. Yeah. Yeah.
This is the kind of stuff I tell my viewers not to do.
Yeah. So what would you usually tell your students about this kind of cut?
Be patient. Finish the opening.
Yeah.
Wait until a few more positions have cropped up on the board, and it'll make your your middle game decisions easier because it'll be clearer what is actually available to you. But the board is so open right now, it just feels so vast.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't cut this early either. Yeah, because obviously it's a fight getting more and more complicated. It's usually harder to control. Yeah, and I agree with your strategy. You want to take some of the bigger areas first, and then later come back to fight like this. Yeah, something like maybe like if white thinks this area is black potential, white can consider like here, right? This is obviously big, yeah. And then this kind of move is usually worth about like at least 25 points. Adding another move to the corner, at least 25 points. But cutting here, it's not a 25 points right away. And even if black, plays somewhere else, like black takes the 25, for example, and white has to, find the points back. Obviously, Michael that definitely know these, but he thinks this area is more urgent to start a fight. Yeah, and if white Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, and this cut that we're talking about, maybe this is what was prompting the exchange on the
Mhm,
top to gain just a little bit of thickness at 014.
mhm. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, this type of turn is like a very, very thick, right? We usually suggest players to spend one move to make this kind of a thickness. Yeah. Sometimes I think the when I was maybe like a one down or 2Q level, I sometimes I play like hustle moves. Like I try to uh, like, oh, I get some territory first. Then black maybe black play like this, and then this group, oh, oh, two there. So or maybe black just play like this. So this move, this three stone immediately become like a burden, right? We call this like a very heavy shape. Um, so here, yeah, white got the thickness and the group is not going to be attacked, severely. And instead, white can start attacking black now.
Hmm.
Yeah. So okay. So they're how their time doing? They're I cannot tell, but they're spending maybe about 10 minutes each.
Let me see if I can find that as well.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, so white is taking the middle of three. Yeah, the vital point, right? We call this a vital point. If black. So I think here is a good thing to learn from the pros, because sometimes I see players, oh, when they cut, they want to, like Atari like this, but when Atari is, it actually makes the white a little bit stronger because without Atari, white is two liberties, right?
Hmm.
But after Atari, it's going to be three liberties, and it's going to be a little bit of a stronger like this, and maybe come back to peep like this. Um, so so I would say like when my groups got split like this. So what I mean is black right groups got split, uh, and usually a better strategy is not to try to attack this cutting stone, because from where you Atari from this side, then you're going to make the bottom group a little bit weaker, uh, like this, right? So it's kind of like a counterintuitive. We try to attack it more, but actually we're gonna make it stronger. So good strategy is kind of like play away from the cutting area. So basically, oh, you cut me, then I just try to settle on the two sides, and then later after I settle, this cutting stone has no point, right? It doesn't give you that doesn't give white any additional territory. Uh, so that's why don't try to uh, attack this one stone right away is usually a better idea. Yeah. Yeah. On the other hand, you push like this. Oh, then the bottom group is obviously too weak. Um, so yeah. So in some of my classes, I also uh, tell my students that they when they catch you, it seem a little scary in the beginning, but all you need to do is to like play right to the other side. Usually you try to reinforce your you have like two groups when you got cut. Usually you consider reinforce the weaker side first,
Hmm.
like what Alex did, and then later you know you realize, oh, this stone, if it just come out like this kind of exchange, still white is not gaining anything, right? Like maybe something like this. White is not gaining territory, but black shape you know, is very good, and black got some points on the right side. Yeah, and that's why Michael doesn't want to, you know, pull this stone out yet. So he's gonna do another probing like this.
Hmm.
Yeah, so kind of asking Alex, what do you want to do? Maybe you connect, or maybe the tiger mouse. But if you tiger mouse later, I have this, right, kind of like a snapback shape, and you have to connect again, this kind of thing. Uh, so maybe sometime you do like this. So there's quite a few possibilities. So Michael is asking, like, oh, what cards do you have, right? What cards you want to play first? Oh, actually, see, Alex try to make the shape cleaner, so he just connect instead of using the tiger mouse. Because with a tiger mouse, it's gonna be have this type of a snapback shape, right?
Hmm.
So this one extra stone gonna help white a little bit. Maybe they'll exchange like this. But I'm not saying Michael will play the number two right away. But there's like the sente move there. Uh, kind of like a free sente. So
Hmm.
so that's why Alex chose to just connect with clean shape. Yeah, very professional. I think I'm also learning a lot from them. Kind of like the saying goes, like less is more, right?
Right.
Yeah, like
I'm
okay,
I'm still just waiting for Alex to play on the left side of the board.
yeah. Yeah, I think for Alex, he's he has the sente, right? Because he takes black. So I don't think he's in a hurry to break white, because because usually when you have the sente in a game, you either could have a bigger Moyo potential, or in this kind of a game, white has uh, two groups that are not fully alive yet. So usually continue to attack these stones are also like a quite big, very, very big moves. But if Alex do play on the left side too early, then that's like a relatively weaker situation. Because the white already have two stones there, and then once Alex got settled on the left side, white will be a little bit stronger outside, and that strength will also help his two Michael's two weak groups. So I think in a typical strategy, when I play black, I don't want to do the invasion, or doing reducing the points too early. Because I want to kind of ask white player to uh, to make some moves, because they kind of owe me a little bit because of their weakness. Yeah. So they both continue playing on the right side, because it's like unsettled groups. Usually the unsettled groups are more urgent, right? Like in this situation, black bottom obviously is safe, but the right side is not super fully safe yet, right? Because for example, if white is very strong outside, he could try to attack the right group like this, or maybe he can use some sente moves from outside first. But this is obviously too simple. But this is just kind of the direction I'm thinking.
Hmm.
You know, yeah. If you play somewhere else, this kind of a double honey can also uh, can also you get some free cente. Uh, the simple way, like this type of move, it's already weakening the black force stone on the right. Although I'm kind of playing away from some direct attack, uh, it is already making the black harder and harder to find a space to settle. And here there's even some further situation because you have this stone. Maybe this is one of the reasons Michael left this RG here. So you have this push or some double Atari situation. Uh, so like here, for example, this is obviously too good for white, right?
Right.
Yeah, but this is just showing that double honey, can be some possibility, like a tactical attacking, right? Uh, so okay, so by the way, are we maybe too fast, or maybe we want to do some interaction with the audience? What do you think, Josh?
Sure.
Uh,
Sure.
so it's about half hour now.
Yeah, J4 is pretty interesting.
J4, okay.
Yeah,
Oh
I don't.
yeah, the kind of like pincer move. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I don't know if a maneuver like that would really be on my radar.
Mhm. Yeah. So here, if white play, obviously white want to cut. It doesn't like this kind of a move will not be good enough, right? Because black is fully connected underneath, and white only gain a few points on the in the middle. But it's kind of like window still open, right? This area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so white wouldn't do something like this. So it's basically aiming to use the RG here. So stuff like this, sometimes you could see if I can do this Atari and then force black to connect, we usually see this is like an empty triangle shape, right? Marked by the triangle. So this shape is a little bit more efficient for white, if it can come out like this. Uh, but right now white doesn't have much help outside, so this move may not be working yet. Maybe like this, or if the ladder favors black, it can even play like this, right? Because right now there's a squeeze, obviously very painful. I'm not saying that this is going to be good for black, but at least black can cut the bottom groove. So maybe black will just play like this kind of, or maybe make the middle stronger, and I'll let you go like this. But then maybe I'll start attacking from this area, maybe here, or maybe just go out like this. Uh, so this is I suppose usually when he played the like an invasion, and then he's thinking, oh, maybe later I'm aiming for this kind of a move, but he want to make it more severe, so he played it here first, right, with one extra help. uh, the next one, for example, I play here, the next one, the honey will be stronger.
Right.
And that's another reason why Alex play here right away. It's also a big territory move. Right? Usually, this kind of a attach is about like cente 8 points. Sometimes it's like double cente 8 points. So in the Gote points, it's about 16 points in Gote. So it's also very, very big.
I just think it's such an instructive move because
Mhm,
amateurs, even like myself, you know, we'll have a bad
mhm,
habit of getting tunnel vision, and we had just played in
mhm,
four, and they touched us, they attached to us. Oh my gosh, I have to do something. But this is
mhm.
not overcommitting. It's also kind of an extension from our corner, and it's just
Mhm.
changing direction. So this is a really intriguing move to me. It's doing so
Yeah,
many things at once, as well as all the sequences you showed us.
yeah, yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I think that's a very good summary. Yeah, of this area. So with this, why create some algae, right? Then he can benefit from outside, or you have to play a little bit slower here. But Alex is okay. He says, "Oh, okay, I'll be happy with like a kind of like a solid 10 points here," and then uh, Michael has a few more stones outside. Uh, Alex will see his like how you're going to handle your moyo, or you try to get a bigger in the middle, which can be harder sometimes. Yeah, so I can tell Alex is very patient so far, and he doesn't bother, like playing a little more like a slow but a very steady. But Michael instead, he's trying to make some things happen, right? Like for example, he's now he's playing another attach move, just like what we mentioned earlier. I'm kind of
Mm.
a I'm kind of happy to see this because we just talked about this. Yeah, thank you, Michael.
That's so amazing too. Just to think that he was probably thinking about this all the way back before he even created the thickness at 014 to aid in making the cut at Q8 so that we could get this black group on the right side and ultimately play a move like
Yeah,
R15. That's amazing.
that's very true. Yeah, I think you got it so good. Yeah, yeah, because when he like earlier position like this, you know he uh he push and cut, right, but he already invasion like this area. I have potentially some stones here that can help me to attack this black stone. uh but the stone has not been placed on the board yet, but those could be a few sentient moves. That's why he cut here. Yeah, I'm sure that he he studied all these type of variations, and then that's another reason he chose this instead of this variation, because I see this much more often. When they're gonna just exchange these like this. Oh, they have to turn here first. Yeah, this is more common, but in this situation you don't have any like sente moves around here, right? And then attacking the black stone here will be much harder. Uh, yeah, I think Michael probably kind of plan this attack like 20 moves right prior. When he saw this jump, he's like, oh, okay, you play this jump that has a little bit of weakness, and my I game plans to play some fighting with you today. So he had this. Yeah. So now I think it's kind of inevitable, right? Inevitable that Alex has to do some good settling move on the right side.
Hmm.
Okay, okay, now we have a call. Oh, yeah, this is even more complicated. Yeah, because I was sometimes you would think, oh, maybe this is also a good split, right? If you play here, maybe I play something like this. This is also a good split. But obviously, that's also a code there. Uh, but Michael want to be more efficient with his stones, so he started a code right away.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe here we can, take a quiz with players what Alex will do, because with the code, it's one of the most complicated situation for Go game. However, it's also quite very, fascinating. So some options could be like, okay, I play A connection because connection is also quite big. Or I play, like here, B or C.
Mm,
Uh, because if I play like here, the basically I'm giving up the 4 stone.
right.
I you know and then if I play B, white will play here, and then you need a very big code thread. Otherwise, you know, for example, I played like a code thread, but of course, this is hard to evaluate. How much points black can get from this code thread. Maybe somewhere around uh, close to 20, close to 30 points. But if I connect here, it's also very, very big, right? Later, I have like this kind of a follow-up end game, and I'm already killing a group, right? So this is also very big. Uh, I think it's quite hard. I think even for pro level, the code situation is very hard to evaluate. Oh, I'm gonna gonna be stay even, or maybe I'm gonna lose 3 points here. But for pros, the 3 point is like a big deal, right? If so, and sometimes they can even make the code like even bigger from here, because now if you connect, if I Panuki, like Panuki this stone, right? It's gonna be more powerful than play the Panuki of this stone,
Right.
right, on the second line. So sometimes one strategy is to make the code bigger. If I have some advantage on code thread, then I could consider make the code even a bigger deal, right? It's like the value maybe from 40 points, now it jumped to 60-point code, you know. And for example, stuff like this, right? I'm gonna kill all the extra 2 stones.
Hmm.
Uh,
Chat
yeah.
is wondering, what are your thoughts
Mhm.
about S5 as a co-thread?
S5. S5.
I mean,
Okay.
maybe
Yeah.
not.
Very good
Yeah.
question. Yeah, very good question.
Yeah.
So maybe, yeah, maybe A, B, C or like a D. If you don't think Alex will play here at all, maybe he'll play something other than A, B, C, right?
Well, we
But
we
for the
need
code
to,
thread,
yeah, we need to start the code before we play
yeah,
that co-thread.
right. But for the code thread question, I think I have a very clear answer. This is uh, a little too small because uh, the reason is, you know, for example, white, takes, right, resolve the code in upper, and now what black is going to do it cannot kill the whole corner in one move, right? If it can kill, for example, if I can somehow kill the corner in one move like this or capture, right? But right now, after the capture is still a code. But if we assume it's fully captured, now we can count the value here. So previously, like white has about 1, 2, 3, 4, like roughly, right? 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? 7, 8 points, depending on, also depends on this area. This is like a centi for black. So so it should be less than 8 points, less than 6, 7 points. But after black capture everything here, so black got about uh, like all the empty points here, right? Starting from here, right? Like the, these were not black territory, but now it's all black territory, right? So this is like a 10 and 16 points plus 6 stones. Excuse me, 7 stones. 7 stones, 14 points, and then 16 points. So it's 30 points plus white had about 7 points. So the total value here is around 40 points, right?
Hmm.
You can also count a few extra points here. Um, So the code thread is 40 points. However, there's a major difference. Black cannot kill the corner in one move. It's still a code. That means that means there's still a lot of remaining value here for white. so when we say the code thread, like whoever has the code in hand, like here, the person who has the code in hand has about 2/3 of the whole value, right? But then white has about 1/3 of the whole value. So that means black has like 2/3 of 40 points, and white still have 1/3 of the 40 points value here. Yeah, so it should be relatively small. Yeah, but it's actually there's a little bit more. Oh, by the way, for the audience, I think maybe more interacting is a good thing. So you can type in the Twitch, right? Like ABC. You think how black is going to start a call, or maybe black will not play the call at all. Yeah, I think maybe we can pause for 30 seconds and see
Sure.
anyone responding. Yeah, I haven't seen the follow-up move yet. Yeah, I see Michael want to have a call. Yeah, and then Michael potentially has some more code thread. Yeah.
Well, I actually think we're at a disadvantage because actually on the stream there is the real board, so I think the viewers can actually see
Oh,
the live
already
game.
saw some. Okay, I see. Yeah. Okay. So they found a cheat sheet. So like this, for example, this is a very, very big code thread, right? So like next move, if white play two moves in a row, then this group is almost dead, and then the other three stone, the other the stone the other is also like a handicap, right? Like a hard bad damaged. So now I see why Michael want to play the code, because here is a just some free code thread. But on the other hand, Alex doesn't have good code thread, right? Because usually he has many stones on the outside. So if you try to capture the stones outside, you have to spend many more moves. But for the side or for the corner, sometimes you can kill in one move. Yeah, that's why they do the code. Anyways, yeah, good. Thanks for reminding me, and also people probably thought about this code now.
Well, it looks like Alex has finally caught up on the clock. They're both roughly around 35 minutes. Michael had been
Thanks.
taking his time quite a bit.
Yeah, thanks for the update. Yeah. So Alex did not play the code right away. He just tried to escape the group. So
This looks like something I would play.
yeah. Yeah, so that's why you're probably much stronger than you thought. I just need
Oh
to
no, no,
play
no, no!
more tournaments.
It's the fear of the code. That's what it is.
Yeah. So from a direct perspective, we can see, oh, black cannot escape from here, right? Maybe they'll play like this, net, or maybe just cut right away. But black cannot go out. However, by playing in this area, black is accumulating some code thread, right? These are we call the local code thread. And then when Alex found a better timing, he could start a code. But right now, yeah, black does not have a very clear way to escape. Yeah, but maybe something like
But maybe this turn is also subtly helping with these types of
yeah.
points like S13 and Q13.
Mm-hmm. S13 or Q30. Yeah. Yeah, this stone will help. Yeah, how potentially the cut and make it a little more severe. Yeah. So we can tell again that Michael is using his attacking style. He try to have like a bigger fight here. And right now, it seems like the stands are turning his way right now because he did have a very big fight here. Uh, well, Alex, that's why Alex spent a lot of extra time now because he wants something more, clear and like maybe 50-50, he'll be happy. Yeah, but now it's yeah, harder to make 50-50. Oh, actually, they play these moves? Oh, the honey and net, yeah, because these are kind of common shapes, but but later Alex will have some local code thread. Okay, so Alex doesn't mind to get a split, but this is kind of like a strategy with a counter. Because earlier we mentioned it's hard for black, right, to fully connect these stones or make a live shape locally. However, like basically Alex is saying, okay, so now you don't let me settle, and I'm gonna say, oh, you're not that good either, right? These stones are also need to run out. So later this coal could become bigger. Yeah. Yeah. By the way, Josh, do you see some magic way that black can connect at all? Probably no. No.
Is there any possibility with P13?
P13. Hmm. 13. Yeah, that's like a vital point, huh? Nice peep. And then, but this is kind of like a sente for white.
Mm-hmm.
If black doesn't want to lose too many points, and then stuff like this, hard to see what can create right away. So if
Mm-hmm.
you cut, oh, now I cannot protect there. But this cut, white will be in big trouble. And then white has to play cool like this, but it's also quite too heavy for black. Yeah, that's a possibility, but a lot of reading. So black, black just have to connect right away. Not even with this exchange, just connect. Cut. I take the coal. Connect. No, not. Cannot land like this, right? Yes. Oh, has this wedge. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities here because it has a coal, also has so many empty space. It's hard to imagine what they're reading right now. But by the feel, we can tell. Okay, so black didn't see but a clear way, right, to save these, and then black is kind of waiting for a better opportunities. He can start a call, and then he want to kind of a counter attack, right? See, white need to pay, because when white, kind of doing all these cuts, its outside also got split. So black is asking, Michael, okay, maybe now it's time that you pay a little bit of like play some defensive moves to reinforce your groups first, and then I'll see what I do. Okay, so now it plays this, and then next it has the cut. Okay, so Michael has already prepared. Yeah, this one obviously is very nice because if white not very careful, like play here, and then you play here, then if you take the call, it's gonna be like this, right? Yeah, this is like falling in the trap, and white is in big trouble. Maybe white can, can save this group, but it got split, and white has to play like this. But now, obviously, if white is not very careful, then all this group become like super weak, and black is fully connected, right? And then these black stones have a open area to run out, and also the quite a few liberties. So if this happens, I think it will be kind of like game over for white. It can no longer attack. Now, white has groups to worry about, two groups to worry about. Yeah, but obviously this one will save, because if without this one, you play somewhere else, then it's gonna be a net, right? The two stones are captured. But that's like a like a simple mistake. So with this move, not only protect the this cutting point, but also save these two stones, right? Now you can only play ladder, you cannot play net. The ladder favors white, obviously, because like here, yeah, because of this stone here, there's no ladder, and so seem like white continue to defend well the outside. Black exchange this. But with this exchange, it's not like a forcing, move, because, for example, if white play here, this is still a call, right? Black cannot, cannot cut white yet, but obviously black could use some code thread like this, like maybe like here, or the simple way will be like this. Okay, so now you kill me, and now I kill these three stones. So let's see what Alex has to connect first, anyways.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, actually, Michael did play like this. Hey, so he doesn't mind this big code. Okay.
Yeah, I think the real game might be roughly 30 moves ahead of us. So
Okay.
there's definitely some action going on.
I see. So now we focus on the code, because now black is fully enclosed and no much liberties, and the white, this group could be enclosed potentially, but it seems like white has many more liberties. So in other words, now black has to decide what he does with the code. So he do the code, and then okay. So S5 code thread, nice. Yeah, who said that? Congratulations, your code thread like a pro level. Yeah. Yeah. So earlier I said this code thread is not that big because it has a code. However, in this case, white connect, black connect. So while fighting this code, black is already saving these stones. So earlier I realized, okay, this code is actually bigger because it can defeat the purpose of white trying to kill the group. But if black try to use some other code thread, like then that it will definitely not big enough, right? Like this, right? The right side easily more than 30 points, and then the middle three stone is useless now. So this code is kind of like at least 50 points value. Okay, so take the code and then white find the code thread. Okay, the bottom, yeah, this is a very good code thread Michael has prepared earlier, and then white. Okay, so black. Let's resolve the code and then okay, Michael just connect. So
Yeah,
he's yeah.
this feels like a really tricky decision to end the co because there's multiple weak groups on the board.
Yes. Yeah, I think right now the game becomes more and more complicated because after the call, white group, obviously this group have become quite weak now. And then, but this group may not be fully dead. But there's a little bit of a potential cutting here. But locally it is dead. I think that's why Michael did not play this move, because sometimes I would think my first impression is, oh, like this is the kind of a cleaner. But if I do something like this, maybe there's another way to start a call. If you connect the call, I go out like this. Now the middle, and this lower group cannot be killed cleanly because of the call.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's why Michael just connect. Kind of like the theory, less is more, huh?
Right. I guess if we just think about the stones being dead, it's almost a completely equal trade, but it seems like the dead white group actually has better prospects to resurrect itself at some point.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. So I suppose you're talking about the top white group has a relatively easier way to escape, but the bottom black, this is like a close to 40 points, and then these extra three stones, this is another close to 15 points. Yeah. So yeah. So I agree with you. It seemed like uh, from the code itself, white has gained. But the only thing is, we need to think about, like, we start from here. So from here, white is supposed to be able to attack the black group a little bit, but it couldn't attack. So later, all these became black territory. And so this is about like maybe 15, 20 more points. But the white got this. White got these. So it break about 10 points and then killed about 30 points. Yeah, so from so from the instant, it seemed like white has a very successful cold fight. But the only thing right now is how can white better use black, for example, here. Black definitely want to use some RG around here, this area, like some potentially cutting. And then the top group, right? This group has to pay now for the thinness shape. Okay, yeah. I don't plan to check AI at all, but it seems like white is maybe leading right now. Interesting. Okay, so white is adding another move. Kind of now this area has no much agi after this one extra move, and then so basically white saying, okay, I don't mind if you add another move here, maybe you can kill me. But meanwhile, I'll also kind of throw off the burden. This area is very big. However, sometimes we may not necessarily have to run all the time because this group uh, right now it's mostly just territory and it's hard for white to attack these groups like so when we see this is not like the vital group anymore or not that vital any longer. And then if we consider that, then this area, if it's just pure points for territory, this is about like 30 points. So it's kind of like equally value with this area. If you can cleanly kill, and then all this area becoming white territory. Uh, yeah. So for example, white add another move like this, maybe. It helps the corner also help the bottom cleanly.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I think this is another thing I learned from Michael because I also played with him in the Maryland Open last year, and he's very flexible. You think, oh, he's so strong, he can always fight me, but not the case. Sometimes he chose to play something more flexible. If he think, oh, then I can gain a better advantage. Uh, yeah, because normally you think, oh, this white is not that bad. Maybe, I also have this Atari incentive. Maybe I can just play a line move like this.
Hmm.
No big deal. Uh, but Michael, thinks, oh, now this group is very big, but it has only one function now, right? Only the pure territory. So he add another move in the bottom. Uh, Yeah, this is a very impressive move. Yeah, because if it's myself, I will probably spend most of the time thinking about, oh, how should I run out this group? Is like 30 points. Yeah, but Michael, play away. He's basically saying, oh, this may not be that important anymore. Yeah, I think this is kind of a flexible play and like a board position valuation. But we can always learn a lot from the pros. Okay, so go ahead. Maybe we should catch up the
Yeah, let's get a little bit closer.
yeah, okay. So yeah, so here are some common, exchange like cross cut then extend, right? Earlier we talked about oh when
Hmm.
you got cross cut, you extend and then you give up the one stone. But white shape got very strong now, and then black still need to run out. Yeah, and then with this exchange, uh, okay. Now white is a little bit stronger because he has no Aji in this area anymore. So and uh, and the black has run out anyways, right? This group, there's no way to severely attack this group right now. So now kind of Michael is going back to the top area. He's like, okay, now the bottom is not that big anymore. Now I'm gonna, kind of run out my 30-point dragon, right? Kind of a flexible back. But of course, with this exchanges, black saved a few stones, but they also make the corner with this. The corner is a little bit stronger. Also, these exchanges are good for white.
Right.
Yeah, so it's kind of like an equal change. I don't think Alex, has gained much here.
Yeah, I'm surprised by this exchange because I would be worried about creating a
Mhm.
new weak group with
Mhm.
the center group that is already in its own fight to try and kill the white dragon. And with moves
Yes.
like L6, we just damaged our whole
Yeah.
situation here.
Yeah, that's true. I totally agree. Yeah. My instinct is like Alex also sense the board position maybe favoring Michael a little bit, so he's also kind of a have to play a little bit stronger. Uh, so he even taking a little bit of risk, right? Like you mentioned, this is a very classical situation that like oh you have two week groups. Now I only have one, white only have one week group, right? Because this middle area, right, this area is relatively strong, and there's no way black can do the liberatory race, right? This cannot do the liberatory race with the middle.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, so it seemed like white. First of all, Alex is start to take his risk now, and then second of all, I think so far after about like 100 moves, Michael's strategy of starting the fight earlier, we can tell right how Michael chose to the Joseki and then chose to cut earlier. But I think Michael's strategy has been pay off so far. Uh, yeah. By the way, maybe here we should do a little quiz on this shape. This one, I think this is a common shape for life death. Uh, let's say here, right? You do the exchange, and then you do this exchange, and now maybe I play, in the middle, and then later, white maybe enclosed, right, like this.
Mhm.
So not too hard, but this is kind of a common shape. How can black settle this groove in the bottom? Maybe we want to ask the audience to take a try. Yeah. Mhm. Okay. Good point. Good point. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anybody? Oh, I saw somebody answering right the bottom. Yeah. Good. Good try. Good try. Thanks. Yeah. Okay. How about yeah, we have about 50 people online. Uh, okay. How about maybe I'll go grab some water, and
All right.
then Josh, maybe you can carry on to the next like 20 moves. Yeah. But I think we're not too much behind, right? We're like maybe 10, 15 moves behind. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you pass me the controls real quick?
Okay. Yeah. Pass. How do I pass that? Let's
If
say
you click on my name in the viewer block,
viewer.
or yeah,
Uh,
there should be an option to
okay. You mean like the video part or the OGS part?
on OGS in the bottom right. There should be a little viewer button, and then all the
Okay.
viewer names will pop up. And if you click on mine, there should be a way to pass it.
Oh, that's viewer. Maybe I should get rid of this variation first. Uh,
I can
yeah.
take care of it.
Yeah, but I cannot find you. Let's say let's see, variation name. Seems like I
It,
have to
it
get out
it'll
from.
it, it'll be below that
Oh, now I below that.
at the bottom right corner.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Thanks. Okay. Okay. Add so I'll give control. Oh, it's dark. Okay.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah. Thanks for the patience. Okay, I'll be back in like 2, 3 minutes.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, so I think chat got it here. This J1 K1. Let's say we play J1 and White tries to Atari. We can actually drop down because this would be self Atari, right? Or this way, we're gonna have that I. Or if they try to Atari this way, we still get that I. So good job, good job. Yeah, let's try and get caught up with the game just a little bit. Okay. Ooh, interesting, interesting. He had to let him go. Jay, why is the AI really testing your nerves? This is a really nice maneuver here. Okay, we're caught up here. All right, welcome back. You were right. We're really not that far behind.
Thanks.
Let me just show you what happened here. So we were
Oh, thank you.
right about here, and yeah, this is what you were missing. So so black comes in, and then
Mhm.
white decides to potentially make a trade here.
Mm.
Right, so we get that part snipped off for this one.
Okay, 4 stone versus 2 stone. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a maybe 50-50 trade.
Yeah, I really like this sequence here.
Okay. Yeah. It's
And we are
like
caught
a,
up. And I'm
yeah.
gonna
Thanks.
pass control back over to you.
Thank you, Josh. Yeah, this sequence. Maybe you have already talked about your field. This is like a 20. Yeah, it has a trade and then some additional settling needed. Yeah, this area, my first impression was it's a lot of like a like long sequence reading because usually you wouldn't think of this move like, oh, I kind of reduce my own liberty, right, with
Mm-hmm.
this push. But then he said, oh, I don't mind to create this cutting. This cutting also next one, uh, I can capture. Yeah, if you, yeah, for example, let's see, how do I get that? Okay. So if you somehow protect this and I got this sente, and then I can kill like this. Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
like one liberty. Yeah, now you can use this. Uh, oh, actually, my bad. It's oh, white is not does not have enough liberties. So it will need something else like what was white thinking here? Maybe it was thinking stuff like this. If this is the case, then it can be a little bit different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
M10 kind of surprises me. I think
Mhm.
I would have been looking at something like the L12 Atari into like a driving Tsuji where we get M14, L14
Mhm.
moves like that in Sente, maybe just to get
Mhm.
out.
Yeah, yeah, I agree because this exchange is kind of like if we say like playing poker or like a Texan Hold'em, right? Where I'm giving a raise because I also make myself very heavy. It's kind of like I raise you, like $100 on this hand. Uh, so yeah, because this stone is may not be that important yet because like this group for white is quite good. That doesn't matter. Black take an extra stone here, so yeah. So white can simply just go out like this.
Hmm.
Yeah, mm, yeah. This area is quite easy to escape. My teachers told me if you have group that have like two ways to run out, it's purely safe, right?
Hmm.
But if you have like many stones here, maybe then you only have uh, one way to run out, right? Like here, then it's quite urgent. You have to run out right away. So this is the kind of the way we tell if it's weak or not. So I think white should be quite satisfied with this kind of a jump because after all, black play here first, right? With the just cutting one stone. It's not that big a deal. Mm, but
Also, thank
then,
you, Hawk, for the raid.
yeah, also this kind of exchange, because later white lost two stones, four stones here. I would think if he can exchange early, like this, that would be, stuff like this. Make sure he can exchange this first. That's important because this exchange is like a free Atari. There's not much, not much burden or sacrifice for white. But it definitely helps white to go out easier, more easily. So later you see, it's kind of like a key side play that white but black does not connect anymore. So it's kind of it could be a little bit of surprise situation for Michael. But if Michael thinks he's leading, he shouldn't do this kind of a surprise exchange because you have to evaluate the whole board situation all over again.
Well, it's funny that you say that.
Mhm.
The closer we get to current, it almost looks like black is beginning
Mhm.
to make a new weak group, except I think after this exchange that took place in the center, the AI really favors black.
Mm, yeah, yeah. This one, yeah. They, like this kind of exchange is definitely losing quite some points. Also, why need to play very well to settle this group? Yeah. So in this way, black can, when earlier when white captured this group, he has a lot of extra territory. But black, all these Funukis, they're the thickness, right? As long as the white group is not fully alive, these thickness will be quite useful. Yeah. Well, maybe this honey, apparently, apparently this honey seems fun, but maybe this honey even got countered by Alex, right? Like here, as like a counter attack. Maybe Michael should be considered something like if he doesn't want continue fighting too much, maybe he can uh, consider something like this, lighter shade. And even if black peep like this, it's not big deal. Or maybe he can place even safer like here, but maybe here. Like two space jump, I think it will be lighter shape, and black can get a little bit of the territory, but in at this moment, black got bottom like extra 30, let's say, like almost extra 40 points in the bottom. So why should be okay? Let's say that. Mhm.
Yeah, I think like this, it is much simpler. So I'm not quite sure um,
Yeah,
why Michael made it so complicated instead on the top side.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. So maybe it's a little bit of a surprise to him, because Alex did not connect those two stones, like around here.
Hmm.
But he got a four stones, here. But for the points value, it's about same because black is already very thick. So adding another 8 points, like four stones here, is not big deal. However, white whole group here, if it becomes heavy, then it's going to be a big problem.
Right.
Right? So I think this honey may be a overplay,
Hmm.
and then Alex counter is kind of like a timely. Yeah, and then this move is also, yeah, unless Michael is very sure, this fight is favoring him. Otherwise, I wouldn't fight like this. I was thinking somehow, okay, you already play bottom, second line move. So basically, this stone is like not that useful anymore. But of course, Michael is looking at the whole group here, like short of liberty, black group situation. So Michael wants to further utilize this disadvantage. So that's why he saved this stone. But from a simple perspective, Michael could just play something like this. Like, oh, you want a stone? I can give you like this, or then I almost have two eyes now, right? And if you cut, I don't need to even play right now. And or if you play like this, I just go out like to the middle naturally, because usually when you try to attack group, uh, and you give the honey an extension, then the white kind of automatically is reinforcing. Uh, so this should be quite happy for white if something like this. White can settle anytime with one move. Right? Maybe white
Hmm.
can play away now. Uh, so I would think this kind of move, maybe look, like too simple maybe, but when I'm in defense, maybe I have to play a little bit of a, simple. I don't want to give Alex a chance to use some complicated Tetsuji counter attack. But Michael chose to do this and give Alex a chance to cut. Yeah, now it's kind of out of control again. Yeah,
Right,
and
and
then
this is what I was saying. Like it's there's some back and forth that takes place here
mhm,
on both players' parts. Really, it's kind of like who's actually going to get out ahead first.
yeah. So from this position, usually we will think, oh, maybe this three stone kind of like back shape, and a white already have a one eye, and this group seems okay. However, in this kind of a split situation, it's it's quite likely black is attacking white, because all these stones becoming like a super thickness, uh, and then it's like white has two weak group, right? One weak here, and then black only have one weak group. Yeah. So and also black playing first now to the middle. So yeah. So I think this game is, kind of a what I kind of understand why AI will favor black right now. Uh, yeah. So actually, after this honey, usually, when you honey like this kind of exchange, obviously, it's going to make this white group a little weaker, right? So you have to add a diagonal move right away, like here, diagonal move. So usually we'll think, oh, this honey is a little bit of an overplay because you don't want to, make unless you want to just sacrifice these. This is like 20 points. Actually, this is not like something I have to save, right? Because if this is just like 25 points, then with this kind of move, for example, this move is also around like 20-25 points,
Hmm.
right? Of course, I can later exchange this kind of a exchange. So this territory is quite nice, and I also kind of reduce my burden. With this kind of burden, usually we have to count like a negative 5 points or even negative 10 points. Right? When I have a dragon, but I have to save the dragon, then it's not it's it's adding 10 points or 5 points to my opponent. So we call this type of dragon like a negative 5 points, negative 10 points. But when I give up this 20 points, I only, I only like, for example, I give up like this. I push a little more, you know, and if this is all sente and I protect the corner like that. So basically, black got less than 30 points. Like stones are like a 18-point stone and plus some extra, like 25, 26, 27 points. But I used to, owe you like a 10 points anyways. So I'm just sacrificing 15 points more or like 12 point more. And then, but my number 5, this move is easily like more than 20 points, right? Or if I play like here, for example, if I want to attack, I play like this area, or like just protect the corner. So these are all like more than 20 points value because this is so open, right? So open on this area. And so I would naturally think, oh, maybe Michael want to sacrifice, but then he play another, play this honey and make the black a little bit stronger. And then he played a diagonal here. And then he's facing the very, a very dilemma that two-way groups. And now it's got it closed. So he's trying to, but Michael probably read this. Yeah, he's going to use the cut to settle. Yeah. So if you continue to capture me, it's not working. For example, it's going to be like this, right? Oh, sorry. Exchanging. Yeah, but this is still, this is like technically it works, but for the strategic part, I think white is too heavy right now. Black doesn't have to kill right here, but it can continue to threaten this group, and then, so Michael will continue to owe him about 10 points. It will be like this. Even if white connect here, it's still not, this group is still under attack. Right? Or maybe I don't attack right away because later I can decide, oh, I can, like which area is more important, right? If I think this area is important, then I attack from number 2. But if I think, oh, maybe this area is more important because I want to help this group, so maybe I can attack from this side later on. For example, yeah, like yeah. So white, so black has 2 ways to attack. Okay, so this exchange and white Atari, and then see like we mentioned, just like 2 minutes ago, 2-way groups. Now you save 1-way group, but now the other group, I'm not sure what Michael can do because this is Sente, right? This is Sente. So there, so this card, like even if you cut from here for white, it's not a, it's not like you can create a sequence would be like this. It's not like a severe right away. Black can do something like this. But without this exchange, then you think, oh, if white cut like here, and then, it's like forcing move. Right. So now, yeah, I feel white group is in trouble. Yeah, now he's using this Atari as a Sente. And then white was forced to exchange. And then this is the kind of the timing black can use some reading to find the Tatsuji kill because unless Michael is super confident this group is not gonna die, then I think Alex has some good chance to kill this group.
Yeah, it actually turns into a brand new co-fight.
Yeah, co-fight. Good. Okay. Yeah, I see. Here, yeah, because this group has a relatively short liberty. So, so white could potentially plan something like this, or if this is Sente, then you have to play here to kill me. Then I can think about something on the outside. So maybe Alex didn't find something, uh, and then but Alex is okay with just a code because this code is like a let's say it's a code like a four, I mean 30 points. Yeah, 30 points. Yeah. It seemed like Michael has found a way to kind of regain some control because earlier it seemed like either this group, if this group died or this group died, then it's gonna good for Alex. But now with the Cole, uh, I think Michael can find some other ways to to get an exchange. Yeah. So I guess I have to applaud for Michael's strong reading because here, you know, like you give up upper area or you give out the middle or maybe I can save the middle by code. There's just like a maybe 500 variations. They have to read it within like 2 minutes or something. It's very 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 hard. Okay, so they start the new
Yeah,
code.
Alex is really slowing down in the game. He has about half the amount of time that Michael does now. And the AI is
Okay.
starting to
Okay.
tip a little more toward white if
Yeah, because
once
of
we
this
see what
code.
happens in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, I think in this area, like this exchange, like super good for white. So black has to kill this group, or maybe even use like this group as some code thread. Let's say yeah, like for example, if white save this area, and this area because it's so empty, so there could be some chance for code thread. Uh, that will be a like an equal trade. Other than that, there's nothing that can be more than this. And also after this code, if this code for the points is 30, but for the outside influence, we have to count like this area, right? This is like an additional 15 points if black wins the code. And if white wins like this, for example, white win the code and connect, uh, and then black lost that additional 15 points, plus this group is almost dead now. This group is super big burden. So maybe we can count another 15 points here as some additional value. So 15 here, 15 here, and 30 here. So this code is something like a 60 point. And this type of code usually will decide the game because it's very hard to find, equal value. Um, yeah, but I would say, Michael played very, very impressive. He created code here. I'm sure Alex used a lot of time trying to find a clean kill, but he couldn't. Like in this situation, he couldn't find a clean kill, so he has to kind of negotiate and find a code as a solution.
Hmm.
Yeah, but this area is already too good for white. I think that's why he kind of came back to the game. Sorry, kind of a long explanation. I just feel so excited. This game is so complicated and so interesting.
Chat is pretty excited too, since they're ahead of us, because not only
Ah,
did we have this co in the center, there's actually another co that crops up right after this.
oh my God. So basically here, white find a local code thread, uh, and then they can continue. Okay, so black did use this area as a code. Yeah, did use this area as a code thread. Uh, okay, so black. So basically in close situation like this, other reading is not that important because they both realize this is like a 60-point value, and there's no way in the board they can make up like two moves, right? If I give the code to you, I use two moves to get 60 points. It's almost impossible. So all it matters is the code thread, right? I just read, oh, how many big code thread I have, how many big code thread you have, and then it will decide the game. Yeah. So code thread. So there's one more code thread in the top, like a local code thread, and then the push. And then there's like one more push here. Let's see. Yeah, only one more. Okay, so white doesn't have a code thread, huh? Oh, I think white doesn't continue with the code because he has a code thread here, for example, but he doesn't want to use it because he thinks black also has this as a code thread. This one will save, if I kill, this will save the 30 points in the bottom, and meanwhile kill about 15 points here. So this is like also like a 40 point in value. But my feel is even with this trade, I think maybe white is still leading. Because black has about, let's see how many points black has. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Black just have 50 points. And we assume this group is not gonna die. And this group is also, together 10 points, here about 10 points. And then this is close to 20 points. So 40 points plus some extra possibility here. Now it's white turn. White can, probably kill with one move like this. So white also have about 50 points. So black has, let's say again, black has 10 points, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55 plus a little bit here. So I think this trade seemed like white will be okay. I'm not sure why it didn't play like this. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So now he thinks. So Michael basically thinks, oh, if I use this code thread, and then later you're going to use this code thread, I still need one more big code thread. So I rather just leave that code and play the middle first. Try to somehow create one more code thread. So now he has created one code thread like this. Okay, so black play here. But this one is just a code shape. I don't think this is gonna be big enough. See, well, white Panuki.
Yeah, so, this is the next co.
Yeah, but the next co is much smaller because this co, like locally, yeah, this co is much smaller. It's 30 points, and then the corner is about 20 points. So it's total 50 points. But with all these, even if you use the code to kill the whole 20 points, we just mentioned this area totally black has about 60 points, right? Earlier it has 55, but now it killed here instead of killing here. So 50 something with some more points, like a 13, even 13 more, that would be 70 points. So black has 70 points approximately on the board, but the white has like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. But white has a chance to play two moves, right? Because you take the code. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, let's say White decides to give up that bottom right. Is White trying to leverage? Yeah, yeah, exactly. Is White trying to leverage the
Yeah,
power that they gained in the center to so now we're
yeah,
assuming that sort of top black group probably going to die, but now we can
yes,
harass the bottom black group and maybe just take all of the left side in the process. Surely that's worth more
yes,
than the
yeah.
trade.
I agree. I agree. I think this, uh, first of all, this white group is, this white group, because of this stone, white can kill anytime. So this white group is okay. But black, this group, need to, anytime white play in this area, black need to respond. Or later, black has to play like this, right? Like this move we talked about earlier.
Hmm.
This is the only way to save. But like you mentioned very well that if white is adding moves in here during the attack, then white definitely has going to be more than 70 points because this is already like a 10, 20. But of course the corner is open, but it's like a half. You can count half as white, and then 30, 40, and also some Ponoki here. This is like a 20, 10, 20, and then a little bit here and here. So white have 70. So at least it's like even on the board. That means black is going to lose by Comey. Uh, but of course AI can do a little better evaluating. But it seems like, yeah, white also have this. Let's say so. Okay, so white is not even dead actually. I didn't look at this area. So after the connection, white is alive. Yeah, because it can capture the stone. And then now black has to save this group. Otherwise, it's not going to be enough because he saved a 30-point group here. Yeah. And then, so Atari. Okay. Okay, this code thread seems a little dangerous actually. Because white could just connect actually. Yeah, but of course, they have some other reading consideration. But this kind of peep, sometimes because this group is not that big compared to the top, right? Two groups. So this taking the call is very, very big. But now why they're gonna? Oh, it's another trade. So basically, oh my gosh, I don't know. They actually calculated everything, or they just feel this is like a key side. But basically, white is kind of giving this group back, but meanwhile, white got this kind of the window closed, and after I close the window, it's going to kill this group. So it's thinking, oh, I'm going to kill 20 points plus some potential here, but you're going to get yours 25 points back. Yeah, but it doesn't feel like a good trade for Michael. See, black just connect the code because he thinks this area is bigger than the bottom. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, but the only benefit white maybe feel comfortable is, oh, now I can squeeze, and this inside is going to be a liberty race. So basically, you're going to feel some extra damage, right? And then meanwhile, my outside will be super super thick. So it's going to be do this later on. Maybe have to fill in those. Yeah, yeah, but I can imagine why. I can understand why doesn't connect because after connect, black is still not alive. It needs some very very good settling. Oh, let's say you play here. Yeah,
Just to point out, Alex just entered into Byoyomi,
beautiful.
and
Thank you.
Michael still has just over 8 minutes on the clock.
Mhm. Okay, I see. They just so we're kind of caught up. Oh, we almost caught up. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Michael just using the outside, squeeze and oh, maybe let's see. Now it's either a coal or black could be dead. Because for example, white can play here if he thinks I can win this coal.
Hmm.
But this kind of an inside Atari also reduce white liberty. So it's quite risky because if you do this, then there's a possibility that this coal, this group is also dead. But I don't think after so many big fights, coal fights, I don't think black has, I guess neither of them have many big coal threat left. So they have to be super cautious about whole situation, right? Because in the early you think, oh, I can always make a trade. I can have some cold thread. But after you use like 10 cold threads already, it could be used up. So now he start this code. Okay. And capture, he's going to use this local code thread. Uh, yeah, because it's kind of a carrier considered local code thread. Let's see. He hasn't played yet.
Yeah, it seems like, from my
Mhm.
perspective, it seems like it would be in White's best interest just to fill that and potentially go for that bottom. Because surely Black isn't going to get very much territory on the left side, even saving the group.
Mhm. Right.
But maybe there's other co-threats that you see.
Yeah, this is too big, right? Obviously, this is like crazy, right? Here's almost 30 points, and here another 20, and here another 10. And then also the outside influence. Yeah, this is like 70 points minimum. Yeah, so I think even pros in this kind of situation feel a lot of headache because after the call usually end up with some exchange. Yeah, I was actually talking about this local code thread because this one he can save. He can save his 30 points, and then black just take the middle six stones. Um, so that's the last code thread for white. Yeah, but then the code could be like, if black connect, white capture. Black, is this a code thread? Black could. Now black has two liberties, and white, if white connects, it's going to be like this. Obviously, yeah, white is defeated.
Well, you've been pretty good at predicting what they're going to play
Yeah,
this.
yeah, because that's the only, you know. Oh, by the way, rule of thumb. Thank you. By the way, thank you. Rule of thumb: when you have like a huge code fight, usually you cannot find elsewhere code thread like this. Earlier, I mentioned this is quite risky because this is not in this main fighting area, right? You have to find the main fighting area code thread that can, either have some additional kill or maybe save your group. So usually the code thread has to be found in this area. But Michael play away. This if this code end up game deciding, I think this move might be the game losing move for Michael.
Hmm.
I didn't check AI a lot because I try to just give the, human player perspective. Uh, if it's like an even game earlier, but after this code thread, if Michael lost, then this could be the biggest questionable move. So now there's Black find one more local code thread plus has this code thread. I'm not sure, I'm not sure what Michael can do. There's no code thread for Michael, obviously. Mm. Oh, actually, there may be an interesting code thread like this. Because if I capture this, then this group is not fully alive. Well, maybe it has some sequence to save, like here. Let's say white's turn. Okay, white play here, black play here, and then black play here. And now there's I here, but white has to, let's see.
It's another co, right?
Yeah, white has to use a co to remove this I. So something like this. If this happens, then it's like, oh, I lose. Okay, Michael lose this group, but kind of capture this group back, plus a little extra stone here. So it's very, very hard to evaluate, but this might be the only possibility. Yeah. But I think the time-wise, in this kind of a complex situation, it's favoring Michael, right? Because he's maybe still have a couple minutes before building me.
Yeah, he's got about 4.5 minutes left.
Yeah. Oh, so let's say they're continue to play, and Alex is kind of deciding on the coast right. So Michael is looking for coast right. Okay. Okay, so now let me go back to the actual game. They haven't played the next move yet, so this is the position. Okay, so maybe we take I think while Michael is looking for his next big code thread, we can talk a little bit about some projects we're working on. Yeah, maybe you want to talk first, Josh? I know you're a teacher and streamer, right?
Not yeah, not so much a teacher anymore, but yeah, I have a lot of fun on my stream. We like to review games mostly right now. Yeah, we have a lot of fun on my stream. Well, let's hear about your projects.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. So I work with my friends, players in a Capital Go Club, and then we have we are planning for a summer camp. Recently, we have a survey. Oh, okay. I try to bring the poster. We got a summer camp survey. We try to see how many people actually interested in summer camp in July, right before the Go Congress. So that's number one. So if we have the link here, if you can go to this link, you can, let us know you're interested in summer camp or not interested, or you want to maybe have your summer camp in your own city, right? For some maybe youth players or even adult players. And for this summer camp, by the way, we have already got Michael Chen and Alex Chi committed to come to teach. So it's very, very happy they can come from like a New Jersey and Philadelphia area to DC to teach this summer camp. The dates are like July 5th to July 11th. We are probably going to use the National Go Center venue, and meanwhile we we're doing some extra details talks with the National Gold Center and the AGA leaders. So that's the summer camp. Another quick thing is we have a National Brilliant Move Go Artistry contest. So previously, we watched the game mostly, focus more on the results, right? Who's winning, losing, but the brilliant move means that you have a, a no matter a game you win or not, but you found that there's a couple moves that are like a very creative, right? Very unique, and then you can share with us. And we have 6 judges to give you scores, and then you can win. You can win a trophy, or you can win like a gift cards, and then you can buy very cool stuff from like the Badu store, right? Like the Badu club and have a Badu store. They have they have clothes or boards, stones, a lot of cool stuff. So we're going to have about 30 awards to all the applicants, right? So right now we have almost 20 moves from many players. So hopefully we can double or triple. So maybe we have like a 50, 60 moves, and the judges will pick 30 moves to to have the awards. So hopefully more people can submit your moves. It's also a very cool thing, right? Because people can see your brilliant moves and creative moves. Okay, that's my long advertisement.
Well, looking back at the game, looks like Black ended up capturing those center stones after all.
Yeah, it looks really good, I have to say. Because the bottom is a relatively smaller coal, and uh, white have to use a coal to kill this black group, uh, and even if white can win the coal, he has to pay the price for black to play elsewhere for 2 straight moves, 2 in a row. So likely maybe taking the 3/3 and take the whole corner. So let's say the code thread, they use local code thread and then local code thread. And then, okay, I see. So, okay, kill the bottom. And then now it's a, yeah, typical code situation. But this code is a little bit of a heavier for white, because earlier I mentioned that there could be a way to start code like this way. 1, 2, and the difference is in this way, uh, I don't think black can, yeah, black probably cannot avoid this code. Um, so in this way, white is super safe, right? It's only a matter of black, winning the code or not. But instead, Michael kills the bottom first. He decided, okay, I'm going to kill everything with one clean move. And then the right side is also a little bit of a jeopardy, right, situation for white, because now this code is also big, and because black has taken so many tanuki, like the ponukis in this game, right, like capture 28 stones already, and it's very hard for white to find good code thread. But black obviously can have code thread, like for example this one definitely should be big enough, right? Because pushing through this or stuff like this area, right? This where you take it. I pick these 2 extra moves. That's like easily 30 points in value, because the corner got exchange, uh, or like this corner, 2 moves, also super big.
Mm.
Yeah. So but the good news is white, thinks, oh, this area is bigger than my potential loss in here. So Michael doesn't mind if I lose the coal, lose this corner, but I'm gonna play two moves on the left side. Then it's potentially gonna be a Moyo game. And then if he got a full Moyo, maybe he can win. But if Alex has to do invasion and a little bit of settling, yeah. So maybe we have another hour in front of us. It's gonna be much longer than we thought. Yeah. But this call, frankly, I don't think white can. Oh, actually, I just realized I made a mistake. So after black win the call, white still corner is still safe. So it's just losing, yeah, not that much point, losing maybe 15 points. Plus black saved this group again. So white play one move and two move. Okay. And white protect the middle. Okay, the way white protects the middle seems like a little bit of aggressive actually. Because this area is too open. So when I see this move, I feel like white always has other ways to enclose, right? Like maybe I want to consolidate my corner first, right? Like this.
Mm-hmm.
And but this move in the middle, if it's successful, black cannot invade, then it's definitely more efficient. However, if black does invade like stuff like this and somehow, have a group, also black has some sente around here, maybe like here, because the wedge. So stuff like this, and then I'm gonna do like this area. Are you, are you sure you can fully queue? It's with these extra exchanges, it can be harder. Yeah. So when I see this move, my instinct is like, oh, Michael doesn't believe he's very promising. So he's playing, try to take it all. That's my impression. But maybe they have already validated with some further reading, and maybe this is the best move. I don't know, but it does seem a little bit aggressive to me. See, Alex will definitely invade.
Yep.
Yeah. So this exchange, I think, is kind of a weighty exchange because later, obviously, white probably won't allow. This is not working. Yeah, like this. This is all become a forcing move. So with this extra, there's a possibility, to help this kind of invasion. So
Mm-hmm.
Alex basically saying, okay, I'm gonna probing move with this honey, right? With this honey, because later if I play, if this area becomes too big, I can queue in one move. Then this honey may not be sente. But before I invade, I'm gonna honey and do the probing, and then later I know, okay, so all these moves, right? All these potential moves are going to be definitely sente like this. There's no way white can play like this, right? This
Mm-hmm.
is just the door is broken. So that's the meaning of this honey. I kind of think that's what is why he used that time to honey and then play the corner 3-2-5.
Yeah, that left
Okay.
side is surprisingly big. I think
Yes.
there's a quote by Yilin Yang where he says if you have a
Mhm.
rectangle worth or that's
Yes.
completely open, I think I can't remember the number, maybe like 25 points. There's a way to invade it. He's trying to
Um,
encourage you. If you see a space that big, go for it.
ah, that's a very good lecture, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you have like a, space for 6, 7 lines. There's a
Hmm.
good chance you can settle or make a call. Yeah. So So basically from here, right, that's 10. And this is like a 60 points already. And then with this is like another 40. And then this area plus this area, 15, 20, 15, 20, and then that's 35 and 95. And then this area it will be maybe another 35. So 130 points total. If they all become white territory, it's 130. But for black, it's also a lot. This whole thing, right, is black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and plus, so this is like a 10 by 10. So black has a lot of stone, but white also have a lot of dead stones. Yeah, I can count. This is the yeah, my math is not good enough.
Black also has 21 more captures than white as well.
Yeah, true. Yeah, all these are captured.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take all these out, these black stone out, these are all black territory, and then these stones count as 2 times. Yeah, I don't know. Black seems also have maybe 130. Yeah. So maybe that's why White doesn't think he can like here. He has to play big enough. You know, if he just play like this, safer way, maybe like here, and then maybe black will play something like this, and you have to go, and then maybe something like this. Yeah, this is just maybe black that doesn't think, white doesn't think this is good enough, and maybe later it somehow simple. It depends on the outside, but it could kill, but also very common to have a cold situation here. If it's like this, like here, if you protect the some weakness, if you play here, then it's you're looking for the Q. But sometimes people maybe they just try to protect the outside, and then this move is the move to save it. There's no other move. So this is first line diagonal like this, or first line tiger mouse. Yeah, because here now if you remove this eye, now I have a straight 4. Right? I have a 4 to save. But if you remove here, there's still one eye here, but I can make an eye here like this.
Right.
So this is kind of a common corner shape. You see people, sometimes if you can exchange this, then they will be like code like this.
Mm-hmm.
However, sometimes they're gonna, like go kill from here or maybe like from here, depends on how strong white outside is. So sometimes you see people play here, but then the follow up will be something like this, jump, and then depending on, if you worry like this kind of a, because now you have to reduce, right? Like, and then this kind of push, is it gonna be okay for white or not okay? That's how to decide the life death of this corner. Okay, but anyways, yeah, this is very complicated. Like a huge, 10 by 10 area, life death. So, but it looks like what black has a good chance to save though. Okay, so white has, because usually this shape, in a opening area, white you will usually just do something like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe try to attack from this side. But usually they're not looking for the Q. It's just attacking and get some benefits. But now, because white has all these strings outside, right? All these stones kind of like a surrounding. So white thinks it can kill. Also, white has to kill because we think black has like maybe 120, 130 above plus points, right? So if black settle here, white definitely not going to have that much points. So it goes Q directly, and now he's using this Sente. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So now they have a trade. Oh, interesting. Okay. What do you think? Is it a little surprise?
Well,
Mhm.
White just did something in the game that I was actually about to ask you about because you were playing all these corners toward that or sorry, all these sequences toward that lower corner. But I've actually been wondering about the upper left corner with that Aji stone at
Mhm.
F17. Even though White's so strong, it seems like Black might be able to get away with something up there. But we'll see after the
Yes.
trade that happens at the bottom. White White gets a little nervous there.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. The upper also bad Aji, because of this like these four stones, like a super short of liberty, right? For example, black can start from something like this, and if white doesn't want to give up the stone, the fourth stone, also big, right? More than 15 points. And then black, you know, has some additional okay, change to black, yeah. So like oh, I cannot change to color. Okay, like here. So with those extra help, uh, you know, it's harder for white to kill it all, right?
Hmm.
Because stuff like this definitely not working, and sometimes they kill from like here or here. This is the like the killings. If you push, I go here.
Right.
This kind of a sequence, yeah, yeah. But there's definitely like this kind of sente, and then this is we don't if you don't connect here, you look further some Q, then it's gonna be like this. Definitely, not looking good for white. So I would say the corner, either white has to give up these four stones on the side if they want to save the corner. Otherwise, the corner is not safe. Yeah. So maybe that's another reason why Michael don't think it has enough, right? Because we count everything, then white just have 130 points, but the upper area definitely not enough. Uh, so so after these probing moves in the left, so basically Alex is saying, okay, I'm gonna try to live here, and then Michael throw the killing move. I'm gonna kill it all, and then maybe Alex, under billion pressure, it's not 100% sure. Maybe Alex also think it's maybe leading a little bit in territory, but it doesn't want to risk it all. It just, kind of negotiate a trade here. Oh, this is change. Now ah, so yeah. So before the window is closed, uh, for example, it's going to be, you know, for example, white plays here. Before we close the window, black does another exchange. So in the future, maybe some potential AGI, or at least there's some code thread like this, right? So that's like a timing of the exchange. Uh, so that's an interesting strategy. Also, it could be like a time suji. We heard about a
Hmm.
time suji. Alex is in 1 minute viewing me, so you're thinking, oh, I'm not sure which should I play this area first or should I play here first? How the the follow up move, how severe it is, right? Like the 3-3, can I live or not? This kind of reading or need a time. So maybe Alex is just saying, oh, okay, I play here, so I can take 1 more minute to think about how do I handle here or here. Yeah, time. Yeah, time strategy could be. Okay, so Mike did play this 9 move to close the window. And then need another move in the bottom. Oh, but yeah. Okay, so Josh, Michael also heard you. Big bad Aji in the top. So Michael
Well,
is protected.
yeah, I was waiting to bring it up, and like just moments before I did, I looked over at the board and I saw that Michael had played this move. And I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and talk about it.
Good. You have great intuition. Yeah. All right. So for people maybe who just joined a little later on, maybe from West Coast, we're broadcasting for the third round, the last game to decide the representative for the World Championship called the Lanke Cup, right? Quzhou-Lanke Cup World Championship. So previously, Ran Li, four-time professional, have won 2 games in a row to get a representation. And then Michael Chen from New Jersey and Alex Chi from New Jersey, they also lost 1 game but won 1 game. So they're in the final match. Whoever wins will be able to play the international tournament, a professional international. I think the price is also quite good, somewhere around like maybe $4,000, even just for the first round. Show up, you got like $4,000 at least, that kind of thing. Great. So yeah, now I see the game could end relatively sooner, because the top corner is all clear now, and the left side is clear, and then only uncertain areas for endgame is like this area and this area. But the middle area is not that big. So it's pretty much how deep can Alex go in here. If Alex can break all the points here, then it will be considered quite successful. Yeah. So okay. So Alex is thinking, great. Okay. So maybe let's do a interaction. What do you think, Josh?
Sure.
Yeah.
What did you have in mind?
Well, let's say what our audience thinking about the next move, right? So this one will be considered a little bit of a deep, and this B is super deep, and C or D, D is probably not necessary. So A, B, C, and D. C and D are safer moves for endgame. But A and B need a little bit of extra reading. So maybe if you're in the listening to the stream, you can tell us in the Twitch, what do you think Alex is gonna play? A, B, C, D. Yeah.
Well, I will say in the live game, one of those moves has been played already.
Oh, the live game?
Yeah, we are just a little bit behind.
I was looking at the wrong screen. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, Alex made an attempt on the left side.
Yes.
But
Honey.
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not sure Alex really think he can save it all. Maybe it's more like a time suji. It's gonna clamp like this. Yeah. If the cut, obviously this is not gonna be enough liberty, right? White only has 3. But white is super strong outside. So I think Michael can read this within 1 minute or 2 minutes. So after this clamp, uh, oh, basically white is saying even if you capture these three stone, you're still not not alive. Like I can peep here maybe and then do this. Oh, I think this type of life death, neither of them could have made mistake. So maybe some exchanges and maybe Alex try to do some counting. He is doing the peep now. There are some interesting exchanges. Not sure it's really.
Yeah, we just caught up.
Oh, so black just saved the group. Oh my gosh. So black is so successful. Let's say. I think looks like white has some kind of a misreading.
Michael did take a long time to decide on E10.
Yeah, E10. Okay. Yeah, because that's kind of shocking to him. Because obviously, black doesn't want white doesn't want black to escape. I don't know, maybe you should play something like this. Then it seems a little more clear. But the thing is, he played this peep, but then it got countered with this. And then he went in to give this free Atari, and then you take, I push, then these 5 stone are dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, 6 stone are dead. Well, I think maybe Michael somehow got surprised on this.
So playing
yeah.
that A9 move, would we not have issues? Let's just say like the throw-ins at A8, A10, and then potentially pushing up at C12.
I'm sorry, say it again. Start with which position?
You were talking about if White had played A9 previously, if we back it up just a little bit.
Yeah, thanks.
Um,
Yeah, then
it kind of looks like A8 and A10 might be problems, and then pushing up to C11 and C12 might be problems too. After Black connects at C9.
Right. Yeah, I'm sorry. Maybe I think it's you have a great idea. Maybe I gave you the control for a few minutes. Because I think this one could pretty much end the game. Black save it all.
Yeah, because we had mentioned this, but I was wondering if there might be problems right here, as far as a capturing race goes. And then, like, if we get to push too far here, is there going to be a problem with these stones? But maybe not.
Right. Yeah, if black connects at number 2, it seems like white is also fully connected.
You know what? I think white barely squeaks this out, actually. So maybe you're right. Maybe white actually should be playing A9 instead.
Yeah.
So, okay. I'll...
I don't see the screen moving right now. Is that my screen?
Yeah, they're still going. We're just not in the...
Right. Okay. But I mean, you're...
Oh, I wasn't actually playing. Sorry, I was reading for
you're
a second,
reading.
and
Gotcha.
I think I decided it's good for white. So I think you were correct with A9. I think A9 actually does work.
I think like earlier I mentioned, right now we are having a national brilliant move Go art history contest, right? Like this advertisement we're talking about the brilliant moves. We have three types, right? And we have professional judges to score, and then you can win awards like trophies and top prize like $75 gift cards. But I think this move, Alex might just have a brilliant move here because there's something relatively creative. We thought Black, is dead. It's just maybe playing time suji, doing the counting. But then Black all of a sudden saved the group with a Tatsuji. So this is one of the three categories: the end game and the dragon save or dragon slaughter, or the other type is like a dragon settling and fighting Tatsuji. Yeah, fighting Tatsuji, and then the end game Tatsuji. So I have the email here, website here, right? So for example, why this one worked? Because because you would think, oh, why doesn't when this happens, you think, oh, why can just connect this, right? You still not gonna kill this, right? Not problem, or like if you connect here, uh, actually connect here, the beautiful, the brilliant part, right? In my opinion, is with this push here, it makes these 5 stones short of liberty.
Mhm.
Right now, now I can obviously push, right? Because earlier, if without this push, I just connect and you just block, right? There's nothing here, right? Nothing here. But now, he what he did was he didn't connect, so it's like a super sharp timing, right? When you peep me, I if I connect, you block, right? There's nothing. You just only you can capture 3 stone. That's not going to be enough space. But just right before you do that, I'm going to test you. Okay, if you go here, I can Atari you, and now I connect. Now obviously these 5 white stones cannot escape, right? This is just a too, obviously short, liberty is too short. So at this timing, it has this push. I think this is a brilliant move. And in the actual game, black takes here, white also sees some agi here. So it capture. However, black got this Atari for free. And then, then you either have to take or you go out. But if you go out, I can Atari again and then capture this 6 stone. Obviously too big to lose. So white capture here, and now I can push from this side. If you block me, I capture 6 stone again, right? And then you go, I go, I can save the 5 stone on the left. So this is like, it's very big, like 20 points saved with one Tatsuji move, like this timing. Because a lot of time you think, oh, you peep, I just have to connect. Very likely, connection is the best move. But I think Alex played a brilliant move for this exchange, and then
Mhm.
this group is safe. So very impressive, I have to say. You find this move in Byoyomi. I think earlier you said Michael took some time to play this move, right? E10.
Mhm.
If that's the case, I think Michael might just realize, either a surprise or a little blunder. It's a little different from what he was reading earlier. And black save it, and black even play the bottom now as a forcing move because white has to kill the 5 first. Oh my gosh, this game is a lot of good surprises. Okay, so black. Oh, so black got remove all these. in Sente, and then white captured that side. Yeah, but black break also black is black is using the upper area. Okay, I think now it's kind of a going downhill for Alex. It just taking the time to count and make sure
Mm-hmm.
he didn't miss anything. Okay, so he can allow this cut. I would think connecting is good enough. Is also like a already breaking a few points. But if he can even go down, that means he read it and it's gonna work. Okay, so Atari, and then he's gonna save the corner. Yeah, so I think it looks really good for black right now.
Yeah.
Black break, yeah, black break this area. He deliberately gave up this one because he kept the Sente to play somewhere else. Uh, and then he found the Aji here. So even with this protection move, this earlier Michael played here as a protection move. The corner is still not clear. I think we have to thank this stone again. This D10 move,
Mm-hmm.
it's shining again, right? Because all this works. Like later, you guys realize, right? All this, see this extra Atari, right? Then you can Atari from right from here, but without this exchange, you can only Atari once. But with this exchange, but the reason you can have this Atari is again because of this push. This is the push that surprised Michael earlier, and now it's still shining. So he used this push to to break the bottom, and then this push again to break the top. Oh my God, this is a little a little bit of a brutal for me, I think.
Yeah, what a fascinating just display of squeezing every last drop of Aji out of your
Yes,
stones. And they've been doing it the entire game.
yes, very good point. Very good point. See the corner. Oh my God, it used to be white corner. Now
And
black has 20 points. Oh my gosh.
that's crazy too, because
Yeah.
White took Gote to protect the corner at E17, and there was still problems. It's
Yes.
wild.
It's very, very wild. Also, they're both doing this under Billionaire, right? I think Alex found the card and then, but he didn't play right away. Like this card is kind of the preparation. And then after some Atari, he played one more to continue prepare. And then, Michael may realize he's not gonna have enough anyways, so he just played the strongest respond, and then he lost the corner, unfortunately. Uh, yeah, but I like your comment. The pros, all their stones, they will try to squeeze right the very last drop of value benefit. Oh my gosh. So so I think the result is kind of a clear. Do we have some comments or questions from the audience?
We haven't been ignoring you. I've interacted a little bit,
Okay.
but there's also I recognize a number of strong players in the audience, so the audience has been filling the gaps.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I think from here, maybe we don't have much moves left, but I can maybe like a quick overview from beginning. Michael is doing the. Uh, can you see I'm changed from the beginning, right?
Yes.
Kind of a summary. So Alex, uh, you know, use some early influence to because he think maybe later if there's a fight, he can have an advantage because he assumed Michael will fight him hard this game, and then Michael didn't let us wait long, right? After only like 20 some moves, this turn he didn't play the traditional exchange, but he cut it right away like this. And then from here, he's gonna create a regroup, and then Alex settle one group in the bottom, and then Michael use the attach to start to threaten the group on the right. And then this Panuki may be a little bit of overplay for Alex. So Michael take a great opportunity to to create a cold shape. And then I think from here, like you mentioned earlier, AI favors Michael, right? After this cold. Yeah. So Alex saved the right, but the bottom sacrifice is really, really big. So let's say I'll take quickly like AI. Okay, so AI thinks white is leading by 7 points. So yeah, so basically it's even on the board, and then but at poor level, this is usually a very significant lead for Michael. But later, I think these are good, good direction trend for Michael because Alex just saving a few stones, but meanwhile making white stronger, and white is trying to run to the middle. But later, this area, I think Michael played a little too heavy, right? Like this, short of liberty, and then here he couldn't, save the 4 stone, and then black is like a super strong, right? There's nothing can be stronger than this shape, like a 3 Ponoki in a row. And then so Alex start to use this strength to threaten white, but white still, didn't play the light move like this. If it play like light move like this will be still, I guess, it's still okay. At least it's it's white by still 2 points, so it's like a close game. I also feel it's a close game. But now, white continued to fight here, but got cut. And then black goes to the middle, and turn out the upper area has no serious problem. So it's gonna be one group versus 2 weak groups favoring Alex. But then here there's another trade. Alex should kill the top, but then exchange, and Alex thinking I can kill the middle with a coal. So here, I think up to here is still should be good for white. Okay, so it's even now because coal. And then this coal thread, yeah, super complicated because the coal thread is a vital in this game. Okay, so coal thread. So maybe this is relatively small. I don't think because they're later. Yeah, you just save some group, but white also save a big group. Plus, kill black group. I think up to here, maybe white is leading again. Okay, it's still kind of even. Okay, so here, Panoki. Let's see, AI is suggesting Panoki. Okay, Panoki is still even. White is slightly leading. Okay, I think we have like a 6-7 codes today. Like a perfect class for code. Yeah, but here it seemed to me the connection is bigger. I'll check with the AI. So right now it's white is leading by 4. Okay, but after this peep, let me see. Black leading by 3.4, so the 2.6. Okay, so I think it's kind of a clear because earlier we feel like this move, kind of a questionable, right? Because you didn't play in the main area. So before this move, white might just connect and then should keep a small lead. Let's say, but after this peep, it become a trade again, and black is back in leading by about 4 points. But before here, white is leading at 4 points, so it's like 8 points swing. Yeah, unfortunately, and then later they continue to call. Oh my gosh! But because the black has so many Panukis earlier, so this area white has no enough coast thread, right? Black also find some local coast threads
Mm-hmm.
like these left side, and then eventually the result is black got about like all these plus the 5 stones. So this is like 10, 20, 30, 40 points plus saving black's own like 25 points plus some thickness influence outside. So this is like a 70, 80 point call, but white got 2 moves here. I think from here it's already good for black. Yeah, leading by. Yeah. Okay. So then later, black find some genius move to break the left and then break the top. Yeah. So Alex, yeah, the reading super strong. Didn't make mistake in Byoyomi, but unfortunately Michael made a little bit in the Byoyomi. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Devin, and thank you, Badu Club team, and then also Joshua, my partner. I
Thank
feel
you.
like this is like the best game I ever watched so far this year. Right? What do you feel similar?
Oh,
Uh-huh.
it was certainly the most complicated game I've seen all year.
Yes.
I can't imagine fighting all those codes. I mean, I'm exhausted just watching them fight all those codes.
Yeah. True.
But congrats
Yeah.
to Alex. Uh, he did it.
Okay.
Moving
What's
on.
the final result? Right?
I believe so.
Okay.
Michael's clock ran out quite a while ago, and there wasn't
I
another
see.
move after the
Okay.
capture. So
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I just skipped the. Yeah. After capture, he didn't play because yeah, there's the no more Tatsuji or like a big number, a big value anymore. Okay. Yeah. Congratulations to Alex. This is the. I'm not sure the audience know. This is the third qualifier in recent 2 months, and then he made all 3, right? He made it to the Ying Cup, the Chunlan, and then this last one with the Lanke Cup. So he made it to all 3 international championship, like start from this. I think this May to enter this later this summer. So very impressive. He's only like a 15, 16 years old.
oh wow,
Bright future, huh?
yeah,
Yeah, I think he's like a freshman high school. Yeah, in Germany. But Michael, of course, he's also very impressive because this game, I think, for the first like 200 moves or 150 moves, it's kind of his game plan, right? Because he want to play complicated fighting games, and he is quite successful, and he's early reading and the co-evaluation,
hmm
almost perfect. He has a very obvious lead. Um, so I also feel very appreciative that he's fighting, playing so hard and playing so well in these 3 qualifiers.
yeah.
All right.
All right. Well,
Great.
chatters and viewers on Twitch and YouTube, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Edward, thank you for leading the way. This was wonderful. Devin, you want to sign us off? What's next? All right.
Okay, thank you guys.
All right. We'll see you
Yeah,
guys next time.
thank
Take
you
it
again,
easy.
Badu team and Devin. Okay, see you guys.